Good morning, everybody. Here we are again with another celebrity reading on Mike and Natalie from 90 Days or 90 Day Fiance. Wow, 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 wow. I actually got to watch the tell all last night, and wow, I mean, this has been the hardest, I think, one of the hardest relationships to watch happening on 90 Days for me. Um, it started very hot and heavy. I'm going to tell you right now, just exploring the signs here. Mike is a Scorpio and Natalie's a Cancer. Okay, and that combination there can be very passionate. Don't get me wrong. Scorpios in general are very passionate, and Cancers, they want that love. They want that to have a child, to be that mothering type person, right? So you would have thought these two could work out, and honestly, after watching it last night, and watching the whole season, I just was screaming at the TV, literally, right? What is going on? Why is Mike so emotionally detached? But once I found out that he's a Scorpio, it makes a lot of sense. I'm going to tell you this right now. Scorpios can be very passionate. They're a water sign. So is the Cancer, water signs. They're all about their emotions. But once you turn around and hurt a Scorpio, you're gonna get stung. Okay, they sting. They're the scorpion, right? They sting, 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 sting. It all makes sense now, right? All the stinging, because I was like, why is he so detached now, emotionally detached? Why is there this little nitpicking going on, or just the stab, stab, stab of it all, right? Uh, but I get it now, okay? Because he's a Scorpio. He's a Scorpio. And Scorpios go, when they go in it, because they protect their heart so much. I'm going to be honest with you. A Scorpio will protect their heart to the point where they just will not care for a relationship at all if they don't have to, right? Because they've been hurt in the past, right? That kind of deal. So when he opened his heart to her, that was a very big step for Mike. And I am not Team Mike or Natalie at this point. I've thought to myself, how is this man so emotionally detached? And I just have not liked neither one of them and how they've been towards each other. It's almost like a repeating cycle, right? And it's kind of funny because, when I pulled these cards, uh, this is the Chariot, which is the Cancer card, okay? But we also have Cups following that, which is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces energy, or water signs, and they are water signs, okay? And then we have the Strength card there at the end. Um, wow. And I have two things to say about that Strength card, and we'll get to it when we get to it, right? But I'm going to tell you, Mike opened his heart up to Natalie fully, and probably scared to death when he first met her, right? And when he gave her that ring, that was a big, big step, right? And there's no doubt in my mind that there was a lot of chemistry and what you call love there. They've been dating for some time, right? It was there. Maybe in the beginning it was mainly passion and chemistry, right? But there was love until that ring got thrown at him. Wow. At that point, I get it. Scorpio will shut you down and will sting you and sting you and sting you. And I understand now the whole 90 days when she was there and his nonchalant or I don't care attitude, because he was still hurt. He had not healed. He had not healed from this. So he was going to make her pay. And I said that. I've said that before. We're all on the platforms, right? on social media and we talk about it. And I didn't understand. And now it's just so, it's like, okay, the blindfold is removed. I get it now, what he was doing. Does it mean that he didn't care about her? That it doesn't hurt throughout the 90 days? I believe that he kept his emotions to himself, right? A lot of the time. He really does care about her, and or he wouldn't be paying for her still, right? According to the tell-all, he was still paying for her while she's across, 2,000 miles away or however, across the United States, right? But I really believe that now that he said that it's over, that it's probably over, he is going to file for that divorce. And yeah, it's going to change her world. It's going to rock her world. Absolutely. That's why she came up first. Okay? She's been the focus, and she's been focused on herself, right? And moving forward. So, a Cancer and a Scorpio, again, should be a very good compatible couple. But I don't have risings. I don't have, anything else on them. Their Venus or, I don't know what time they were born, what day they were born. I would have to have a whole natal chart to really get this going, right, and dissect it. But, there's a power struggle there too. I'm going to tell you because a Scorpio usually likes to have, what do you call it? They like to have control, okay? And Cancers also like to have that control, okay? And I totally believe that Natalie was at a breaking point there at the end, because Cancers can be pushed to that point, okay? They can either lose weight or lose a lot of weight, gain weight, because our feelings are through our stomachs, okay? We could get really physically ill and just not eat, or we could just be eating everything in sight because we eat our emotions, right? And unfortunately, I feel that a lot of the times too is timing for her. When she wanted to talk about situations, it wasn't the right time for him, whether it was because it wasn't the right time or because he just was still shut down, okay, and still just making her pay, right? The other thing I'm going to say about a Scorpio and a Cancer is that their parents, especially their mother, is their number one, man. That's their number one. If you don't get along with my mom, or my mom doesn't like you, if the relationship had been good between both of them, they would have been able to get through this, even if their moms didn't like the partner, right? But when you just don't like each other, and his mom didn't like her, and made it very clear, and she looked like she tried, but there was just too much stuff that had been done that was not going to change mom's mind. Mom's mind was already made up, right? But she could have had that chance if she had never thrown that ring back at him. I'm telling you. But you can't not like my mom, man. You can't diss my mom. I'm telling you, that's how it is. And I'm not saying other signs don't feel that way, but I know that Scorpios and Cancers both are very passionate when it comes to their parents, especially their moms, okay? So if he had to choose, I'm going to tell you right now, he will choose mom over Natalie, right? Because they don't get along. If they were getting along and had a great time during this relationship and things were going good and just a few obstacles, and mom was, there and seeing that she wasn't out to hurt her son, it would have been a different story, okay? So let's go ahead and start with the reading. I just wanted to kind of let everybody know the dynamics here. But the reading right now is for what's going to happen, okay? What's going to happen? Of course, she came out first, right? Cancer. She came out first. And this is the Chariot, which represents movement forward, traveling, okay? Even a car. I think she has a car, right? Didn't she get a car from him? I mean, he's proven to be very generous. I'm kind of seeing him a little differently at this point, okay? But it does symbolize a struggle and a triumph, okay? It is a good card of victory. So she is going to be victorious at the end, all right? She's going to find her victories at the end, but not without the struggle, okay? Against all odds. And that's how she feels, right? That's how she's feeling right now. Exerting some self-control, of course. Having drive, willpower, focusing on herself, focusing on moving forward. And honestly, when this major arcana card comes out like that as well, it's a major life-changing event card. So this divorce may be turning around and happening, right? I mean, it kind of left us up in the air, right? He's saying it. He may have been saying it at the heat of the moment, but I'm feeling that he's really for real on this one, okay? So we're going to have to see, right, in the next couple of months what happens. Do they stay together? Do they stay in touch or not, right? Because at the end of the day, that physical attraction and that chemistry is still there. It represents focus and bravado. It implies mastery, conquest, and triumph, okay, up at the end of the day. I also, when I see this card, I see black and white, okay, or the dark side and the light side, okay, of a situation, or even the person themselves, which in this case would be Cancer, in working on their problems and healing, okay, healing those problems, okay. She's got a lot of work to do on herself, okay. She's got that light side, but her dark side, okay. So duality as well, okay. There's a duality. She may be, I think some people have said that maybe she has some issues, passive aggressive, right? And look, this is I'm not here to insult anybody or to label people. I'm just saying the things that I've seen, that maybe she's got some health, mental health issues to deal with, right? Double-minded, maybe is what they call it. There's another word for it, but either way, right? Where you're one person at one point, and then you're all of a sudden you're Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Okay, there you go. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde is the best way to say it. She needs to work on her bad side. Okay, her bad side is all the issues, the relationship, the pain, the hurt, the resentment, and what it's made her now, right? She needs to do some self-healing and self-work, maybe therapy, okay, to work on those shadows. It's the shadows, right? That's what it's called. Your shadows, your inner issues, right? Your negative parts of your personality, right? Because this right here with Mike and her is not going to work at all if she doesn't work on that. And Mike needs to work on it too. I mean, this is these two people are almost a mirror of each other in a sense, okay? That they do need to both work on healing, letting go. And Scorpios, man, they can hold a grudge forever. Cancers are more forgiving. They want to move on. Okay, here we go again with a Chariot. They want to move on. So she is moving on, okay? She's moving forward, traveling, and not looking behind her. These are major life-changing events, and she could be getting that divorce after all, okay? Is she going back to the Ukraine? Is it the Ukraine where she came from? I don't think so. I think she's going to stick around and she's going to get her green card. So we have to, all this is right now and future, okay, guys? So we have to keep an eye on what's going on with them, see if they come back the next season, or where are they at now, type deals in the next 6 months, and see what's going on, okay? So there you go with the Chariot. It's a beautiful card of victory either way. So she may be staying here and still getting her green card. Are they going to work it out? I'm not sure, because I'm telling you right now that Mike's mom is number one. All right, not number one over Natalie in the sense that if he had married, if they did get married, but if they had gotten along and everything, but he does put his mom first. If they got along and what have you, they would have been both at the top at different levels, right? This is my wife, she's at the top. This is my mom, she's at the top, right? So let's just go ahead and make that clear. But at the moment, he's going to stick with mom. Okay. And I think she's why the strength card came, not only for Natalie and Mike as an outcome, right? But also this other female came out in this reading, right? And I feel that that's mom, okay? This putting her foot down, and she is, Mike's strength, okay? But also, this female may represent Natalie's friend, or the person, or her mother as well. Her mother as well as her strength, okay? Natalie's friend, the one that helped her move, maybe. Because this is a Leo card as well. So maybe one of them's got some type of sun, moon, or rising, right? In Leo. Okay. So now that we've discussed all that, the obstacle, of course, or the problems that they are going to need to work on is making these choices, right? Making these choices that have to do with love, the relationship, the cups, okay? Each one of these cups represents something, okay? This may represent abundance, okay? This may represent temptation. This may represent a happy home, love. Each one has something, right? So there's a lot of choices there to be made for both of them. This is both of their obstacle. This is their cards, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces energy, water sign card. But the choices that need to be made are the right ones, right? They have too many choices right now. Too many choices. And that's been the issue. There's been too many things to look at. And they may have even picked the wrong things. And then that's what you end up with, right? Made the wrong choices, right? Maybe you went after temptation. Maybe you went after money and greed, right? Versus happiness and marriage and, peace, harmony, balance, right? So when this card pops up like this, it's talking about making the right choice. If you make the wrong choice, then that's what you're stuck with. If you make the right choice, then that's what you're stuck with. But at least it's going to bring you peace and happiness and love, right? So their obstacle is that neither one of them ever made the right choices at this point. But, now it's time to move forward, right? And focus on it, okay? This is a card of illusions as well. That's been their obstacle. Illusions and deceptions. Making hasty decisions, okay? Therefore, this could be as bad as being unable to make any decision, right? When the Seven of Cups appears in a reading, think carefully about all your options, right? And I don't think that they have. They really haven't, because they've been focusing on, he's been focusing on the pain and wanting to get back at her, and she's been focusing on any type of manipulation she could, and or thinking that mom hates her, or that she called her a hooker, or and they haven't been focusing on themselves, on the marriage, on the stability, on the relationship. This whole season had nothing really to do with them. There was attempts there, but they're just too busy and inside of themselves, riddling with pain and hurt and emotion, and making all these wrong decisions and not really focusing on themselves, okay? So they've been basically lying to themselves. It's a card of illusions and deceptions, right? Lots of deceptions, hasty decisions, okay? Wow. The outcome here, of course, there's a victory card here. Again, two major life-changing event cards, okay? The beginning and the end. Both major life-changing event cards. These cards pop up, okay, when there's turning points in our lives, okay? They may also just represent the phases in our life, okay, of growing up, okay, elevating and learning, right, from learning your lessons, right, from a situation, and rising above it and coming up both victorious, okay? She may be, look, the other outcome here is this lady here is taming the lion, okay? Basically, she has tamed the lion and gotten the lion to do whatever she wants. She's comfortable in her own skin, okay? And she's a warrior. Okay, so if we just looked at it uh, in their both of their relationships and not look at this being an extra person or a third person like a mom figure or that's going to be there to help, right, and whatnot. Okay, for both of them, their mothers, right, which is what I was leaning towards too as well. There's more than one meaning in a card. If there was only one meaning in a card, and you did a reading, it would be the most boring reading ever, right? So the other thing you got to look at, you got to look at the situation and say, is she going to be taming this lion, right? Is the lion being herself, right? And overcoming her feelings and healing. And is Mike going to do the same thing? And are they both going to just tame each other's lions, right? And work something out? I don't see it at the moment, but it's there, okay? We're going to put it out there. Maybe they'll just end up being friends, right? At the end of the day, who knows? But the way I was seeing it and the way I'm still feeling is that this is a mother figure or somebody in their lives, right? That is going to be helping them and be there for them, okay, and give them that strength. I also see it as both of them just being victorious, whether they walk away from each other or not, completely. They're both going to come out the better for it, okay? They're both going to come out feeling victorious, feeling like they've overcome the situation, and, having a better life in general, with or without you. Wow, that song. With or without you. With or without you. I can't live. Oh my gosh. With or without you. Wow, that makes sense for them. When we see this card here, the strength card, this card also represents spiritual and or physical strength and triumph. So at the end of the day, there's going to be triumph, okay, if they stay together or not. Okay, I say that they're probably not going to stay together. I think he's going to follow through with a divorce if nothing changes, okay? This is clarity and guidance, right? If they were to follow this clarity and guidance, right? Follow what is being said here, there could be a totally different outcome where both of them would end up back together and, making a life together. But at the moment, I don't see it, okay? They both got to turn around and see past their own egos. And at this point, I'm not talking about egos as far as fears, anxieties, or anything else. Because when I talk about egos, I'm talking about fears, anxieties, our own inner, fears, right, and whatnot. Things that keep us from doing things, our own self-sabotaging and what have you. In this case, I'm talking about their big heads, okay? They got to get past that, okay? When it comes to relationships, religious factors, heck yeah, religious factors, okay, are going to come into play also in their relationship and has been playing a part in their relationship because that was in the very beginning, right? And I'm sure it went on from there. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So that's for both of them, right? Wow, that makes a lot of sense in this case. Let's see what else we get for them when it comes to love. And I love doing this stuff, guys. I just got started doing celebrity readings, so I'm hoping that you all enjoy this, okay? And make sure you subscribe, okay, and hit the like button, okay? So you can get your notifications. And invite anybody else that wants to turn around and explore these relationships and sit here and wait and watch. The ones that I did on Darcy and Stacy already coming true because the episode here where they turned around and are talking about taking a break, I did the reading a few weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. I don't have Discovery Plus or whatever it is they want you to download. And the cards were already talking about Georgie and Darcy taking a break from each other. Okay, him staying behind. I was right on that. And look, Pay attention to the red flags. They should have been doing that from where the word get go, right? Paying attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Uh, Literally, they do not need to get back together right now. They've got a lot of self work to do, okay? And that's what that's talking about. When it, and that comes out, it's like, you know, they're caution. The signs are already cautioning you, you know, to probably stay away from each other and work on yourselves, you know, on themselves, right? Work on themselves before they even think about anything else, okay? Wow, wow, wow. So that's what I'm getting right now for Mike and Natalie. Let's see what happens, right? Let's see if they come back for another season. Don't really think I'm going to see them on Pillow Talk together, okay? Maybe separately. All right? All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. God bless.